What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? JamiroFan2000 here. We get another episode of the Jamiroquai Minute. All the latest Jamiroquai news, and of course, in 2026, we're going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of Jamiroquai's mainstream breaking album, of course, 1996's Traveling on Moving. And I have an interesting question for the online Jamily to answer in this episode of the Jamiroquai Minute. So let's get into more news about that.
Go.
I'm Nick Van Gelder, Jamiroquai original drummer, emergency on planet Earth, and you're watching The Minute. So you're from Mexico, right?
The Jamiroquai Minute.
Ah,
Well, you try to get it. It's still running. I can edit this.
my name's Nick Van Gelder, original Jamiroquai drummer, and you're watching The Jamiroquai Minute.
In upcoming Jamiroquai album reissue or anniversary news, I had to record a Jamiroquai Minute to note that Jamiroquai's quintessential album from 1996, Traveling on Moving, is going to be celebrating its 30th anniversary in the calendar year of 2026, which this album I could talk to ad nauseum about how important this album was in breaking Jamiroquai into the musical consciousness of the worldwide mainstream, which is what this album did. But my question to the online family, as I posed at the beginning of this episode of the Jamiroquai Minute, is as follows. In January of 2026 in the United States, and of course September of 2026 for the UK, Jamiroquai's mainstream breaking album Traveling on Moving will be celebrating its 30th anniversary release. If they were to reissue this album, and let me note that this album was reissued back in 2022 amongst a lot of other album reissues just to finish off the discography, which was one of JK's original wishes of having the whole Jamiroquai album discography released in vinyl. Well, that album was reissued in two yellow colored vinyls with a bonus remix for its 25th anniversary back in 2022. But if this album was to be reissued for its 30th anniversary, what physical format, that could be vinyl, CD, what have you, and what other bonus material would you like to see incorporated potentially in a Traveling on Moving 30th anniversary reissue in the calendar year of 2026? Now, my opinion on this post question is kind of threefold. First off, if it comes to other possible formats of physical release for this 30th anniversary release of Traveling on Moving, I'd like to see Sony Music and maybe Jamiroquai Limited kind of come from a weird direction. I'd like to see them reissue it on Sony Minidisc. It's a collectible. Now, Sony Minidisc was a major audio and storage format in between 1996 and 1997. Eagle-eyed members of the channel will know that JK was in part of their major commercial campaign in the Japanese marketplace for Sony Minidisc back in that time. And you know, if you watch Japanese commercials, they are some of the craziest commercials you can see in all physical media. But I think a collectible mini disc or potentially maybe a cassette release would be really cool for the 30th anniversary of Traveling on Moving. Now, as for in the topic of maybe bonus material. First, starting off with the Traveling on Moving album liner note of photography and artwork, which was very much based on his Lamborghini Diablo. That, of course, was featured in the 1996 music video for Cosmic Girl, and a little bit in, of course, the video for All Right. I'd like to see some of the leftover photography that they have, and I know for a fact there is a lot of leftover photography of the band members of Jamiroquai that has not been seen from that time period, but I'd like to see that incorporated potentially in a 30th anniversary reissue. And finally, as for, I would like to see some more rare studio and demo tapes from the Traveling on Moving recording sessions make their way as bonus tracks on that 30th anniversary reissue set, potentially. But finally, I would like to see yet another new write-up, and that's been kind of customary in these reissues from Jamiroquai, that JK would do a personalized write-up looking back on that specific album era for whatever reissue was coming out from Jamiroquai. In this case, I would like to see JK in a nice write-up in the liner notes of this 30th anniversary reissue of Traveling on Moving look back at the mainstream arc, the 30-year history of Jamiroquai, the impact of Traveling on Moving amongst Jamiroquai's musical evolution, and what is to come from Jamiroquai in the immediate future. I think that would be another great little, a bonus to that 30th anniversary reissue. I am most interested in hearing all of the opinions of my fellow members of the Jamily at this post question. If you'd like to answer this post question about pertaining to the potential 30th anniversary reissue of Traveling on Moving and what you would like to see from that release, please feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions down in the YouTube comment section of this video's upload on YouTube of the Jamiroquai Minute down below. I am most interested in hearing your opinions on this posed question. But as always, this is JamiroFan2000, and I'll see you really soon with another Jamiroquai Minute. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you around.